October 15, 1882. A short distance from Tombstone, Arizona Territory.
Me first, gentlemen. This ought to run close to $9,000. Much better than last time. Get the driver's body off and wait for me at Indian Springs.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone Territory. Another Argus wagon ambushed, 2 more brutal killings, and now, for the first time, committed in the jurisdiction of Clay Hollister, Sheriff of Tombstone.
Driver and the shotgun guard from the Argus mine shipment. Wait here.
You think it's the same 3 men?
If you want to call them men.
Last month, they hit that first wagon over here by Pantano. 2 weeks later, they ambushed the second wagon, Sonoyta. And day before yesterday, they're clear down here.
And every time it's a wagon belonging to Argus.
Yeah. Well, come on, Quint. Let's go report the robbery to Whitaker.
Right. And all 3 of them got away? Makes you look kind of foolish, don't it, Sheriff?
Oh, come on, Burgess. The sheriff isn't responsible for the entire Arizona territory.
He's responsible for Cochise County. You don't even know who you're looking for.
I know what I'm looking for, Burgess. That's how they get their information. They must have known where each of those shipments was heading and along what trail.
Now, Clay, you've seen how cautious we've been. We've followed every suggestion you've made.
Each time the wagon was carrying what you people call a small shipment of silver.
That's true. Less than $10,000 in silver ingots. The big shipments haven't been touched.
Any explanation?
Yeah, big shipments have 2 or 3 guards. Do that with a small load and it'll get through.
He's got a point.
Sure, he's got a point. An experienced guard costs $100 a day. Men like Bat Masterson, even more. You put 2 or 3 of those on our small shipments, There goes our entire margin of profit.
When's our next wagon going out?
I'm not certain.
I'm driving that wagon myself, guard or no guard.
Thanks, Burgess. I'll think it over.
You think he means it?
I believe he does. I also believe that if he does take the next wagon out, there's a good possibility that it won't be attacked.
Meaning?
Clay, there are 5 men who know the details of our silver shipments. 4 of them are officers of the company. The 5th man is Burgess.
You think he could be the contact with the killers?
I don't know.
There's one way to find out for sure. Let him drive that next shipment. I'll ride shotgun.
You're the sheriff. You call it.
I've called it.
These go to Globe, and this bundle's for Tucson. Thanks.
How many papers do you send out, Harris?
About 700 now. The epitaph practically saturates the territory.
I can believe that. I even found a piece of your front page out where that last Argus wagon was ambushed.
Is that your only clue?
You can call it that.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Whitaker.
Suppose you can find advertising space for this in tomorrow morning's paper?
Mr. Whitaker, for an ad that big, I'll print a new page.
I'll see you later.
Oh, Clay, if you got a moment, I'd like to talk to you.
All right, I'll wait outside.
Good.
Still short-handed, huh?
Yes, can you read it all right?
Steady jobs in Tombstone for dependable men.
Set it up in that big black type. I'd kind of like to attract the attention of the out-of-town readers.
Let's see, immediate openings for 10 drillers, also pushers, teamsters, and hard rock miners. Highest pay.
Just set it up like the other ads.
Sure will. And, thanks, Mr. Whitaker.
Just bring some help to Tombstone. Clay, you still willing to ride guard on our next wagon?
Of course.
You'll be riding with Burgess.
Does he know about it?
No.
Well, when do we leave?
Monday morning, 8 o'clock. Sure hope I'm wrong about him.
Just have to wait and see.
Clay, I'm glad you brought the wagon back. Where'd you find it?
Not far from Indian Springs. Horses had been unhitched and they were grazing nearby.
How do you figure it?
I don't know. Looked like 3 horses left the scene of the ambush, but only 2 of them were being ridden. One man must have driven the wagon and left it near Indian Springs.
Well, it's all loaded and ready to go. I hope we don't lose it this time. Here comes Burgess. I'll let you break the news to him.
Well, Hollister, what are you doing here?
Oh, I thought you might need some help on this run.
Don't know as I do. From you, that is.
Well, you're going to get it anyway. I've decided to ride shotgun for you.
Oh? When did you decide?
A couple of days ago.
Kept it a secret, huh? You and Whitaker. So I'm the one who's been tipping off them bushwhackers.
You just concentrate on getting this wagon through to Tucson.
Was I you, Hollister, I wouldn't trust me any further than I could throw one of them 90-pound ingots we're hauling. Have a cigar.
No, thank you.
Just a little rock slide, Sheriff.
I don't like the look of it.
What's the matter, you nervous? You mean I'm going to have to go out there and clear them rocks by myself, huh?
I'll cover you.
I'll tell you what, Hollister. I'll stay here and you go out there and clear them rocks. Wait till I see that Whitaker accusing a man just because...
Burgess!
I'm all right. Stay under cover. Never figured they'd jump us, Sheriff. Sorry. I've always had a big mouth.
I'm sorry, too. I guess we had you figured wrong.
You all right? Better than him. Who is he?
Don't know. Never saw him before.
Pick me up when we get back to Tombstone.
I'm very grateful that Burgess is alive. Clay, I sure owe him an apology.
Yeah. I guess we misjudged him.
Oh, that killer you brought in, who's he?
Body's still unidentified.
And the other two men?
I only saw their backs as they were riding away.
Well, don't feel too badly about it, Clay. Burgess is alive. You did bring back the silver.
There is one thing. I was wondering if there could be any...
Yes?
Sorry, the clerk said to come in.
Oh, I imagine you're looking for a job?
Yeah, that's right, a job.
I'm sorry I can't see you now. Just wait in the hall.
Yes, sir.
You were saying?
Well, nothing. Just that there's no new evidence. I'll let you know if anything comes up.
Oh, thanks, Clay. Thanks for everything you've done.
Clay Hollister had found newspaper clippings from the epitaph at the scene of both robberies of the silver shipments from the Argus mines. For some reason, he had not mentioned it to the mine superintendent, John Whitaker.
Guess you heard we had a little trouble.
Yeah. You know better than to come into Tombstone.
That tin star didn't recognize me.
Doesn't make any difference.
He'll never get us.
No one will if you follow orders. Just keep on storing the silver at Indian Springs. Now go find yourself a new man to work with. Keep on taking your orders from my ads. From now on, I never want to see you in Tombstone, do you hear?
I heard you.
Hi, Harris. How about a game of cribbage?
Sure. Well, how's your puzzle coming?
Puzzling. Whitaker keeps changing the route of silver delivery to Tucson, and he still keeps getting robbed. Just doesn't make any sense.
It makes sense to somebody. Somebody's making a fortune.
Yeah. Harris, do you remember that piece of your front page that I found out where the other Argus wagon was held up?
Yeah. The October 11th issue, you said.
Uh-huh.
Did Whitaker have a want ad in that issue?
Well, I don't know. Let's find out.
What about our game?
Later, Quinn.
Later.
Later.
Good thing I keep a complete file of the epitaphs, or you never would solve any of your crimes.
I'm glad it makes you feel needed. Where's the paper?
Let's see. You said October 11th.
One of Whitaker's ads, all right. And I took this one off of the outlaw who was killed.
Well, that's Whitaker's latest ad. Here. There it is.
Printed 4 days before Burgess and I were ambushed. You know, Harris, this hold-up gang may be getting information on time, destination, and route of these shipments from a code in these ads.
Well, how? John Whitaker writes these ads himself.
I know, but Burgess and Whitaker are the only two men outside of the owners of the Argus who had the information on these shipments. And Burgess cleared himself yesterday. Harris, I need your help. I want to go over every one of Whitaker's ads, and if there's a code, we'll break it.
All right. Let's start here and work back.
And the Pantano robbery checks, too. This ad told the killers where to go and when to get there.
Well, it looks like we've broken their code. But I wish we had a few more cases to go on so we could be sure.
No. More cases mean more killings. I hope that Whitaker's next move is to send the bullion by way of Fairbanks again. A repeat shipment would give us the final check on the code that we need.
Yeah. Are you going to ride shotgun?
You just let me know the minute that Whitaker brings in the next ad. I'll ride shotgun, all right. Maybe to Fairbanks or maybe someplace else.
Carol.
You calling me, sir?
Yes. I want you to take this ad to the epitaph for tomorrow's newspaper. And then, if you don't mind, stop in and see the sheriff and ask.
Whitaker's ad?
Yep. Have you talked to him yet?
No, I sent Quint instead. Need 6 drillers at once. Now, drillers, that's the code word for Fairbanks, and 6 is the desert trail.
Apply 7 a.m. Tuesday. That's when the shipment leaves, right?
All right. When does this get printed?
Tomorrow. He wants to see a proof this afternoon.
All right. Print it just this way, but only for those papers that are going to stay right here in town. What did Whitaker want?
A guard. You, preferably. For a silver shipment he's sending to Tucson by way of Fairbanks.
When?
Early next week. He said the exact day would depend on when he has a good driver available.
Did he mention a route?
Oh, he said he'd talk that over with you.
Yeah. He's still being careful that nobody finds out too much, except for his own gun slicks. Well, we'll just have to see that the gun slicks are far away from Fairbanks. All right, Whitaker will see his ad, just as it's written here, just as he wants it. But for the out-of-town papers, make it read like this.
Change 6 drillers to 8 hard rock miners and make the departure time 4 hours later.
That's right. I want to give those outlaws plenty of time to locate a good ambush spot on the canyon trail to Tanque Verde.
Flagstaff, these are for Phoenix, and these for Prescott. That's it. Get in.
There they go, Clay. Those copies have Whitaker's ad with the changes you made. Local edition, Word for word, the way Whitaker wrote it.
Good enough. Brent and I are seeing Whitaker on Monday. We got a story cooked up that'll keep him happy until Tuesday.
Well, this about tomorrow, gentlemen?
Either Quentin or I are riding on that shipment to Fairbanks tomorrow.
Why, Clay? It's a little late to get other guards, and I don't think I should postpone it.
Well, you don't have to postpone it. Send it without guards. Got this message from the Sheriff of Pima County.
Argus gang reported seen in Tucson and heading west. Large cash silver ingots located and being held in Tanque Verde. Suggest Argus authorities try to identify as loot from recent robberies. Tanque Verde? Why, that's impossible.
Impossible, Mr. Whitaker?
Well,
It's worth looking into, even if the mill stamps have been hammered out.
they have been hammered out?
Yes, but you should be able to identify ingots from your own crushing mill anyway, shouldn't you?
Why, yes, I should be able to recognize them. What do you want me to do, Clay?
You drive a wagon to Tanque Verde yourself. Quentin and I'll ride shotgun on whatever you bring back.
Fine. But you sure that wagon to Fairbanks won't be waylaid?
I'm sure of it.
Looks like we got us an alert shotgun rider today.
Well, you know how these kids are. Stay up all night and still expect to do a good job in the morning.
All right, are we ready to go?
Why don't you grab yourself a couple of winks so you'll do us some good on the way back with the silver?
Oh, I could sure use it.
Sound asleep. I guess we really don't need him with an empty wagon.
Nope.
Reach up, you're covered front and rear. Don't shoot, it's Whitaker!
Quentin! Hold him.
Hold it. You won't need those guns. Drop it. Start climbing.
Real nice shooting back there, Quint. Especially for a fellow who's fast asleep.
Sure put him to sleep.
Time to wake him up. Come on, Whitaker, get up. Can't lie there all day.
No.
Gotta make room for some friends of yours. You won't have any trouble identifying.
Come on, get up in there.
The whole territory will be interested in today's paper, Clay.
Hey, it seems kind of light, Harris. What's the matter? Not as much advertising as usual?
I'm not complaining. At the rate Whitaker was robbing the Argus mines, they couldn't have paid the bills much longer anyway.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory.